Okay, cool. So yeah, this is week one of Python Essentials, and we're basically gonna go through uh very basics of Python, like how to run Python locally, and we're gonna go through variables, conditions, and loops, and basically simple functions. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. If you have any questions, feel free to pause me at any time. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. Uh, okay, so let's see what we have. So I'm not sure. I think you have, if you have your own IDE and you can follow with me, that would be great. Do you have your own IDE? Like, do you have a VS Code or uh any other IDE?
Um, I have the VS Code.
Okay, awesome. So I'm just gonna get started with some commands here. So mm, a very basic command that you can just to check that you have Python installed before running Python is you just do Python and then Python 3 maybe and then dash dash version just to confirm that we have Python installed, and it's going to show you the version of Python, and if it shows you the version of Python that means that you have Python installed. I'm gonna start with like very basic thing, uh which is I'm gonna print hello world, right? So to do that, it's basically write print, which is the print function. And if you press the tab, it auto completes. This is a feature in VS Code. And you pass in what you want to print between quotations. And you pass it between quotations as a string. So hello world. And it should, if I run it right now, it should print hello world to the terminal. And it did. I just want to confirm what's your level with Python? Because if I'm this is very basic, we can go through that fast if
I mean, for me, I actually tried to learn Python on my own. If it would have to be how to build the code, that's like something I struggle with. I understand I understand all of it, like the concept of it, even the about lead, all that. It's just having to structure the coding is what I struggled with. So am aware of this. Like I do know what you're trying to say, and like I know what is going on.
awesome. Okay. Okay, then I'll just walk through this very fast since you're aware, but feel free to pause me uh if you have any questions. And to structure the code, I mean, it's basically you build off what you have, right? So you start building, you start creating variables, you start creating functions, and so on and so forth, and you start building it. And so one step at a time. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna basically create some variables right now. So let's say name, which is a variable. I'm gonna pass in a string, which is my name, or just any other name actually. Then John maybe, and then age, which is another variable, and I'm gonna pass in an int, which is a number. So let's say 20, and then maybe I don't know title, which is another string. Let's say I don't know student maybe. So right now I have three variables that describe that person: name, age, and title, right? And I want to print that uh to the terminal. So we would do print, and there's a cool, since you're not a beginner, so I'm just gonna say that there's a cool thing called formatted string, which is basically do an F
Mm-hmm.
and then you can type in the variables within. I mean, there's two different ways.
Name or age, right? Like F and then name and age.
Yes, that is correct. So you pass in the variables
And
name.
you put like a comma in between age and name just to separate it, or no?
So if you want to say name, and then
Uh-huh.
so name is the string that you're gonna write down. I mean,
Hmm.
the past, and this is the variable, which whatever value is here, right?
Yeah.
And this is one way. Another way is the normal way, which is probably more common, is actually it's two double quotations. And it doesn't matter if double quotations or single quotations, but just for simplicity,
Hmm.
all double quotations. So you'd say my name is, or just, let's say my name is, you do a comma and then the variable name. So
Name. Okay.
both of them are equivalent to the same thing. So if I
Hmm.
hit run right now, they're gonna
My
basically
name is John. Yeah.
say the same thing. There's an extra space here because I probably need to delete that.
Oh, so that is important. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, did you notice that there was a space here?
Yeah, there was. And then like when you put it back, that's when the space kind of like
Yep.
was gone. Okay.
So I personally like this one better. I think it's easier, at least for me. But I mean,
Uh,
it depends on whatever is easier for you, right?
yeah. Why is it easier? Like what is the difference between even though it's the same like output, like what's the difference between those?
I mean, there's no, I mean, I think it's a preference for everyone, but it's easier for me because if I want to continue with and say, and I, it's easier to write it like to continue on the same sentence, uh,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and
Yeah.
like,
Instead of
a,
having to do like a different print for
yeah, oh, yeah,
to add on to that. Okay.
yep. So my name is John and I'm 20 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. And you can say maybe another a, and then title,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm a student. So these are just like different ways. There's a lot of like different ways you can adapt whatever way is easier for you. Uh, but the most common, the like the objective of what I'm trying to do is that, hey, we learned the print function. We know that we have variables. We know how to call the variables, and how to utilize the print function. And you know the difference between this is a string. Why is this a string? Because it's between two quotations, double quotations. And this is an int because it's a number.
Yeah.
And same as over here, this is a string.
Yeah, because like a list would be list equals and then like the variable with it inside of it. Um, if
Yep.
I'm right, I'm right. And then I think it's called tulip equals and then it has the variables on it. Okay.
So if you
It,
are you talking about list like an array, right?
yeah, list in an array.
Yeah. So yeah, if
Okay.
you want to define an array, it's defined like that. This is an empty array. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to add, let's say, more than one name, so let's say John, and then I don't know, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So and then another name, Dan. So that means that this is an array of strings actually, because inside
Mm-hmm.
the array there are different strings.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, or you can have it like you can have another array nums, and you just put numbers inside the array as int
Yeah.
20, 50.
What about tulip? The tulip, or I think that's what it's called. Um, I isn't that isn't with that like you can't change with the tulip. If you say like TUPLE.
Yeah, so it is defined like that, which is
Sorry if I'm going a little bit ahead.
no, you're good, you're good. Uh, it would be exactly the same, but the only difference between, as far as I remember, the only difference between them and the arrays is that they are immutable.
So they don't change.
You cannot
The
change
tulip,
the
yeah.
value inside them, but here you can change the value.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I think for me is like so if I'm building a code and it's like it's one string, I think for me I have trouble when it comes to adding on to the string. So like I'm thinking of JavaScript where literally it's um let equals um I'm trying to figure out something like 1, 2, 3, right? And then you put an else type of condition. I think for me, in Python, like how would that work out?
Like if else conditions.
Yes, like trying to build on top of a code on top of another code.
Wait, I lost you. Can you repeat that one more time?
It's like for me, my trouble is having how to build on top of an other code. So like if there's a condition to it, how do you build on top of it? So let's say that you have one condition and then you put another condition in case if it goes wrong. I'm
So
like I'm thinking about JavaScript right now. So I'm just like in other words like how would that work with Python?
so a condition, and then if it's not true, you execute something else, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be an if else condition.
Hmm.
So let's say if name equals John, uh,
Hmm.
then you go ahead and do something, which let's say print, yes, for example, because this is John, else print
Wrong name or no, yeah.
no.
Okay.
So it's gonna check if name is equal John.
Hmm.
Equal means that you're comparing the right hand side to the left hand side, right? So
Okay, yeah.
whatever
Okay.
variable you have here, is it the same?
Hmm.
And it's case sensitive, right? So that's why I had to write it like that.
Hmm.
So right now we're supposed to print yes. Let's see if that works. And it actually printed yes. But if I change this to lowercase, it's not gonna work because it's not exactly the same.
Oh, because of the sensitive. Okay, okay.
It is
I
case
see
sensitive.
that. Yeah, I see that now. Okay, perfect.
And
Thank you. That
yeah,
was like my little concern because like I'm thinking about JavaScript and then like okay with Python like how would it work?
yeah,
But it's basically the same thing, just like a little bit I think with the sensitivity, if I'm right.
yeah. And you can nest like conditions uh,
Mm-hmm.
inside it. So you can have another condition if age equals 20, then print
Mm-hmm.
age is hey, age is 20. Um, Or so what happens here is you're gonna check the if that first
Mm-hmm.
if, is that condition true? Yes, it's true. So you're gonna inside it, and the
Mm-hmm.
indentation means that you're inside that block right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna check again if age equal 20. Is it 20? Yes, you're gonna print that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not 20, you're not gonna do anything because you don't have another condition else over here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one way of like nested conditions, or you can just comment all of that out and you can have an else if condition. An else if condition means that uh so if else means like if it's not this, then do. If it's not like if this is not true, then just
Mm-hmm.
implement it here. But an else if means that you want to check another condition. So you want to check if name. So if it's not John, maybe it's, I don't know, Mark or something.
Bob. Yeah, Bob.
Bob. So if it's Bob, then you want to do something else, maybe print uh maybe I'm not John,
Mm-hmm.
Bob, something like that, whatever execution you want to do. But the idea here is that it's not this condition. You want to check if it's a different name. You want to do that implementation. You want to implement it over here. Uh, but
You
yeah,
didn't write Bob. You brought and the N, the capitalized N.
oh,
Yeah.
so that's well, that's the type.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, that's just like a quick. You can have like you can have a lot of nested. You can have another else if and another else if you want, so on and so forth. And if
Mm-hmm.
it goes by the order, right? So it checks the first one,
And
the
it checks the second one.
second one, then third one and fourth one. And if all of them are not true, then this is the default. They
The
call it
D for, oh yeah, for it to fall back on. Okay.
catch all. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I,
So
I think those were like my concerns and worries, like just trying to, because like I said, like I got confused on that. And I'm like, okay, because like I'm thinking of JavaScript instead of Python, which again, like I'm learning Python, so it's like, yeah, it's hard to,
Python syntax is kind of easier than Java, I would say.
Yeah, I do notice that. I'm just like, okay, there's things that I can get away with.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the semicolons, especially since like if there isn't a semicolon in JavaScript, then it won't run.
True. That is true. And the braces and we don't use
Yeah,
braces in Python. We use indentation.
yeah. Okay, I do have to go. Thank you so much for answering my questions. And like I'm sorry if I got you a little bit confused on it.
No, no, you're good.
If I do have any further questions, can I like reach out to you for a one-on-one?
Sure, absolutely. Just you're on Slack, right? So you can
Yes.
shout on Slack and I'll be able to answer your questions for sure.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.